A very good morning to student. I hope everything is going well with you. This is unit number 10 and we are dealing with the organs of government. In last session we discussed about the president. Now you came to know about that how much powerful this president is and what are the powers this president have. So today we will discuss about the vice president of the country and his function. So please keep a textbook with you. We are on page number 79 and the topic is the vice president. In the absence of the president, the vice president performs the functions of the president. The vice presidential election is carried out by the members of both the houses of the parliament. The term period of vice president is 5 years. The vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. The president submits his resignation to the vice president. See, if president is absent, so vice president has that power to conduct all the meetings. And secondly, the vice president is elected with the help of both the houses. The term period of vice president is 5 years, just like our president. The vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha, and if president wants to resign from that seat of president, he submits his resignation to the vice president. So in a way we can say that it is a very important organ of the government, vice president after president. Okay, so we can say in the absence of the president, vice president has right to conduct the assembly elected by both the houses. Number 3 is 5 years of term period. And it is the chairman of Rajya Sabha and president submits his resignation to the vice president. So this is vice president. Please you note down this. After that we'll go for prime minister. Please note down, student. Very important organs these all are. Another topic for today is Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the real head of the central government. The Prime Minister is the head of the party who has achieved a majority of the general election. So Prime Minister is the head of the central government, as we know that, and he is the head of the party from which he had been elected, means majority of the members supported him. He is appointed formally by the president. The ministers to the cabinet are appointed as per the council of the prime minister. So it is prime minister's function to be appointed all the minister after counseling. He distributes the portfolios. Any ministers either to be taken, left or continued in the cabinet is decided by the prime minister. So prime minister, in a way we can say that a powerful body, it is in his hand to decide which minister has to continue or which minister has to be left from the position. He presides over the meetings of the cabinet and also looks after the functioning of various departments of the cabinet. He takes pivotal decisions. Pivotal means very important. So Prime Minister takes very important decisions. See, first of all we can say he is the real head of the central government. Secondly, it is he is the head of the party he is appointed by the president, we can say. Important decision he has to take. The Prime Minister is the head of the Planning Commission, which is known as Policy Commission. So other key point is he is the head of Policy Commission. The Prime Minister is the head of the Planning Commission, which is known as Policy Commission. There are three levels of minister under the Prime Minister, that is Cabinet Minister, the State Minister and Deputy Minister. So three ministers are there under Prime Minister and those are C. The Cabinet Minister, the State Minister, and the Deputy Minister. These three are under Prime Minister. The Prime Minister should be a member of House of the Parliament. The ministers are individually responsible for their ministries and department. The Council of Ministers is collectively responsible and accountable to Lok Sabha. If the Lok Sabha reject the policy of government on a particular issue, it is not only the responsible minister for the subject, but whole Council of Ministers must accept the responsibility and resign. So if ministers are individually responsible for all the department, means defense minister, agriculture minister, education minister. So if they find any problem or if any policy is rejected in their department, so those ministers themselves are responsible for that. Okay, so this is the prime minister and these are the functions of him. Please you note down this. After that we'll go for state executive, that is the governor. Next topic is the state executive. And under this state executive we have the governor. The governor is appointed by the President of India on the advice of Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. So in a way governor is appointed by the President of India. So we can say here appointed by the President of India. The President can appoint a person as the governor more than one state. Any citizen of India who is 35 years of age and above may be appointed as the governor. So that governor, the President can appoint a person as the governor of more than one state. That is the rule of that, and the age limit must be about 35 years of age. The term of the governor is for 5 years. However, he holds office during the pleasure of the president and can be removed for the office even before the expiry of his term, or he can also be transferred to any other state of the governor. So the term duration is 5 years. And he can be transferred to any other state. The governor is the constitutional and formal head of the state. All executive powers of the state government are vested in him. He appoints the chief minister who has a clear majority. So, governor appoints chief minister. He also appoints the other member of the Council of Ministers on the advice of Chief Minister. He appoints the Advocate General, the Chairman, the member of State Public Service Commission. He is consulted by the President of India for the appointment of Judge of the High Court. So there are many members who are appointed by this governor. So this is the second paragraph of governor. Please you note down this. After that we will go for third and fourth. It is not visible, I know that, student. That's why let me read this out. The governor, he is appointed by the President of India. His age must be above 35 years of age. Term duration is 5 years. Transferred to any other state, and he appoints Chief Minister. Okay. Next, third paragraph is. The governor has significant legislative powers. He summons and prorogues the session of state legislature. He can dissolve the state assembly before expiry of its full term. He can also issue ordinance. A bill passed by the state legislative can become a law only after the governor assents to. So we have discussed about that bill. So that bill passed by state legislative, let me write that. Can become a law the position of the governor is a state is similar to the president of the center. See, the positions are same. His powers are actually exercised by the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister. But the governor can exercise certain powers independently also. Normally, the governor of a state is ex officio chancellor of the universities of the state. See, that is the new keyword. Governor is ex officio chancellor of all the universities of the state. A governor can belong to any political party, but after assuming his post, the government has to perform his duty formally and impartially. Can belong to any political party, but after that he has to perform impartially. Okay, this is governor. Please note down these, students. Another topic for the unit is, student, actually we were dealing with this governor. Now next topic is the chief minister and council of minister. Let's see the role of these in this. The chief minister is appointed by the governor. The governor appoints the leader of the majority party as the chief minister. If no single party gets the majority, the leader of the combination of parties constituting the majority or the leader of the largest party having the support of majority is appointed as the chief minister. So mainly chief minister is appointed by the governor. And majority of the parties who supported in this who supported the member or leader is being known as chief minister, or we can say is being elected as chief minister. Other members of the council of ministers are appointed by the governor on the advice of chief minister. So we can say chief minister takes advice of government to appoint other members of the party. The Council of Ministers enjoy most of the powers of the governor. In Gujarat, the office of the chief minister and cabinet minister is situated in the new secretariat Swarnim Sankul, Gandhinagar. So, if we talk about the office of chief minister in Gujarat, so it is situated in Gandhinagar. So, we can write keyword that in Gandhinagar, office of chief minister. The governor administers the oath of secretary to the chief minister and the council of ministers orally, and there they sign the same. In the state cabinet ministry, there are 4 types of minister: cabinet, state level, deputy level, and parliamentary secretary. So 4 types of minister. The chief minister distributes the portfolios to the cabinet minister. He also presents the issues of policy making, transparent administration, question of people of the central government. During the time of calamity, he provides basic amity, love and care to the people. That is the role of chief minister during calamities. Chief minister is known as CM, provides facilities. During the time of calamity that we did, he provides a strong leadership to the state legislature. The chief minister is the torch bearer and pathfinder of the government policies regarding the growth of the state. So we can say, student, that for the state, chief minister is the torch bearer. We can say very important. Okay, so this is chief ministers and council of minister. Please you note down this. After that we will go for administrative system, that is administrative executive. Please note down. Now next topic is administrative system and administrative executive. The political executive frames various policies in different fields. The detailed and efficient implementation of these policies is done by the administrative executive. So different schemes, different policies, different law and different rules for the people, for the welfare of the people are being made. So those rules, those policies are implemented with the help of administrative system. The administrative executive advises and guides the state executive in the matter of policy, if provide required information and figures. However, the political executive is not bound to follow the advice of it. No matter how important or welfare oriented are the policies, laws, if they are not effectively implemented by the administrative executive, then its purpose is mad. So any political executive is not bound to follow the advice of this administrative system. Thus, the administrative system provides the necessary backup to the executive in the formulation and implementation of policy. So we can say that a backup for implementation of policy, as I have written here already. Backup for expert and professionally efficient and experienced public servants in the field of foreign relations, defense, security, force, international trade and commerce, nuclear energy, energy production, distribution, banking, insurance, foreign exchange are the backbone of the government. Collector is appointed as an administrative head at a district level and his office is Jilla Seva Sadan. So it is collector head of the administrative office. And his office is known as Jilla Seva Sadan. Their expertise, knowledge, administrative insight, board experience, prediction, administrative efficiency helps them to carry out the administration effectively. From the organ of the government, the state executive acts as the brain behind the welfare of the people. So talking about the state executive. Brain behind welfare of the people, whereas the administrative executive is the limb. Means both are very important, administrative system and administrative executive. An amicable relation between the political executive and administrative executive is the prerequisite for the smooth governance of the state. The power and influence of the government is becoming more centered in the bureaucracy. Nepotism, corruption, dishonesty, inefficiency, misconduct, escapism, Gujarat state government are the evils of bureaucracy. So, to control such evil, Lokpal and Lokayukt is needed. To stop the corruption, Gujarat state government has started an entire separate department by the name of Anti-Corruption Bureau. Its toll-free number is 1800-2334-4444. People can contact the number or to file complaint. So, it is the number of to stop corruption. Gujarat state government has started an Anti-Corruption Bureau. Political stability is expected from the administrative system, as there is a government comprising of different political parties. The administrative system helps to excel the development of the government by implementing various development scheme and program. So this administrative system help people a lot. That's why it is known as a brain behind people's welfare, means people's welfare, people's growth and people's administration is the center of this administrative system. Okay, this is administrative system. Please you note down this keyword. After that I will give you homework. Your homework is you have to write about the governor. It could be asked in 5 marks, so you have to write this in detail and point wise too. Don't write in paragraph. We'll meet again with this with another topics of the same unit. Till then, take care. Bye.